Hey all, here at OS Reviews. Today we're taking a quick look at the EKSA StarEngine Pro. These are a pair of gaming headsets which sells for under $70 and offers an alternative to models like the HyperX Cloud 2. They claim the design is inspired by sci-fi with glowing green LEDs and also have dual drivers, one which is meant for bass and one for trebles and mids, so should supposedly offer pretty decent sound, having also 7.1 surround sound, which makes it a little more immersive when you're gaming, as well as a noise reduction microphone as well. In particular, these also feature a dual gaming/music mode, essentially acting as a built-in EQ switch, which is pretty neat. They are pretty versatile in terms of having a Type-C connector as well as 3.5mm aux, so can be connected to various sources, although it isn't a Bluetooth wireless model, at least on this particular version. Otherwise, a pretty clean presentation, and the driver size is 50mm. So inside here we have just removable mic, so you can detach it if you're just listening to music, for example. It's also bendable. Pouch, which has the purple accents and the EKSA logo with the headphones inside. Then a bottom compartment here includes a second cable, so we get two in total. You can either plug the headphones via Type-C or 3.5mm, and there's also another adapter, so you can transform the Type-C into a full-size USB Type-A port if you want to plug it into a computer that has only a full-size USB. And last but not least, there's just a quick user guide, which is pretty well documented for various features in multiple languages. I think it looks pretty cool with the green accents, even without the LED lights being turned on. The main frame of the headphones are made out of a polycarbonate plastic, but it doesn't feel too cheap or hollow. Pretty generous padding both on the top as well as on the cushions inside, made out of memory foam. They are quite soft and comfy. The headband here can also be extended, and this part of the arm is made out of aluminum alloy, so some of the moving parts are reinforced, although these don't further fold downwards or inwards. So this is the size that you'll be looking at if you are taking it on the go. So maybe if they made the headphones swivel in a future gen model, it could be a little bit more compact. Nonetheless, on the bottom here we have all the I/O, including a port for plugging in the removable microphone that snaps into place quite well. Interestingly, you can also control the lights being turned on and off, and there is a mute switch for the microphone as well, which is quite thoughtful. Plus the volume rocker is a jog dial, so that's also going to be a little bit more precise, and then just the EKSA logo there at the very top of the headband. Moving into performance, the LED lights are not the brightest, but in a slightly dimmer environment, they definitely come to life and just adds a little soft breathing glow into the background. Looks quite good, although it's not an RGB light, so you can't really change it to any other colors. But it works on both the left and the right sides and offers a pretty consistent glow. Not bad. One thing I will say though is the light only works if you are using Type-C or Type-A on the other end when plugging it into a computer. So if you're using 3.5mm on the other side, it's only going to provide audio input as well as supply the microphone, but not enough power to operate the LEDs since there is no built-in battery. Hence, if you do want the glow, you do have to use the USB Type-C or Type-A on the other end. Mic quality is also not shabby. It does have a little bit of environmental noise cancellation, also helped by this sponge, so if there is a bit of ambient noise around you, such as a wind or a fan, it gets slightly repressed, and good enough for communicating in between games, as well as if you're making some occasional calls on Zoom or Teams. When it comes to audio and sound quality, I think these punch slightly above their weight in terms of having plenty of bass, which is deep and satisfying whenever you're listening to a drum beat or, let's say, ammunition sounds in a game. It does come to life and pulls you into the sound. It is quite immersive, especially in that gaming mode. It doesn't really distort or sound too thin or screechy, even at the higher volume levels. So overall, I think it's satisfying enough and provides a decent level of immersion. In the music mode, I will say that the bass does tend to get slightly dampened to try and make the sound a little bit more realistic and neutral sounding, although you can tell that these are still primarily designed for gaming in that the bass is still a touch on the heavy side, so picky audiophiles that want the highest quality music output, kind of hi-fi sound, might find even better luck elsewhere. But as far as gaming headsets are concerned, I think these are quite impressive for the sub $100 price range, and the presence of, again, dual drivers does make a difference in just adding more detail. For genres including pop, rock music, EDM, they will definitely shine. Although classical and acoustic music may not be quite its forte, it's still serviceable. As far as comfort and fit, they were also good because they have this, again, very generous padding. If anything though, because of the kind of summer heat, I will say that if you wear these for longer than say an hour to 2 hours continuously, they do build up a little bit of heat. Padding also provides a fair amount of just ambient noise reduction by blocking out some noise, even though there isn't active ANC built on in. So that is more or less it as far as our quick hands-on look at the EKSA StarEngine Pro, a pretty solid pair of inexpensive gaming headsets, especially if you can make do for a non-wireless or Bluetooth model. You can check out more details if you're interested in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the StarEngine Pro.